Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final No FOMO Charts live stream here on TradingView. Today is April 7th, 2024, Sunday, just about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at night. So, major announcements. TradingView live streams are being discontinued today on April 7, 2024. They made this announcement for many weeks now. In addition, the TradingView live streams will be deleted on May 1st, 2024. So the live streams page apparently is gone, and hopefully you'll get a notification for this last live stream. Also, I am stopping Twitch live streams because the live streams connection platform restreaming is being discontinued. So TradingView live streams and Twitch live streams are being stopped today. This is the final live stream. However, I will continue to create video ideas and chart ideas on TradingView, YouTube, and X social media. So what's happening is live streams are being stopped and it's being moved to video ideas, which are offline and uploaded ideas in the future, hopefully. So I'm not going anywhere. It's just we're moving to video ideas on TradingView and YouTube. If you have a question or if you want to request a ticker symbol, go ahead and ask me in the TradingView comments or the YouTube comments on a weekly basis. One chart request or one question. If we have time, I'll be happy to answer it if the question is answerable. So at No FOMO Charts, that's my user handle, TradingView, YouTube, and X social media platforms. Those are going to be the three major platforms moving forward for now. Just want to make sure everyone is aware of that. Thank you so much for following and for watching. I did stream for almost 2.5 years here on TradingView, almost 2.5 years. It was a very fun journey. I learned a lot, and I hope you learned a lot as well. Thank you for watching and following, for supporting. Always appreciate it. And best wishes for the future. This week, we have stock market earnings season is starting. It's going to be a big one. This is Q1 2024 stock market earnings season USA starting this week. I'll go front to back. So we have Tilray. We still have some MJ earnings, STZ and Tilray. Delta Airlines is a big one, CarMax, Fastenal, and then all the big banks and finance companies. JP Morgan Chase, BlackRock, State Street, Wells Fargo, Citibank. This Friday, going into next week as well. It's going to be big. Now for the economic data releases, important data, CPI, core CPI, PPI, core PPI. This is the inflation data that part of the FOMC, Federal Reserve here in the USA, is watching. FOMC meeting minutes, unemployment claims, 30-year bond auction, and consumer sentiment preliminary. The FOMC meeting minutes is going to also be important because some of the Federal Reserve presidents, the regional presidents, did say that inflation data needs to come down further, or else there might not be interest rate cut. But that's just the Fed presidents talking. That's not the Fed chairman talking. So we'll have to see. But February data for inflation was kind of sticky in terms of CPI, PPI, just above 3%, and it's not falling fast enough. That's the issue right now. So again, this week, Q1 2024 stock market earnings season begins. The February inflation data was sticky and elevated. For crypto, Bitcoin halving in less than 2 weeks. At the time of this video, 11 days, approximately April 19, 2024. This was a win for Coinbase in the news. The USA Court of Appeals for Second Circuit, they ruled in favor of Coinbase, confirming that secondary sales of cryptocurrencies on its platform do not violate the Securities Exchange Act. That's good for Coinbase, meaning they can't get they didn't get 100% caught ensued for selling unregistered securities for now. So that's good. All right. And then the SEC lawsuit against Terraform Labs, a New York jury found Do Kwon, the CEO creator of Terraform Labs and Luna, liable for fraud. So he's probably going to jail. Just like FTX ex-CEO SBF found guilty of fraud and multiple counts as well, going to jail as well. So SEC is cracking down on the illegal activity, which is good. Okay, let's start off with stocks. If you have a request or question, just go ahead and type it in the chat now before we start. And if we have a lot of questions, I'll answer them. If we don't, I might do some education paper trading examples at the end. So with stocks, S&P 500, you can see we're still in the uptrend for now in the day chart on the 1-year day chart. However, somebody did start a new large short position. You can see here in the red, right? We fell out of the upward rising wedge. So this is something that we need to really watch out for. That's the first big sell below that trend line. We're still in the uptrend, of course. The golden cross was on November 2023, but that next level of support down is 505, 488, and 464 if it's real bad, like it was last winter. So if I Fibonacci retracement from bottom to top, we can see that the 236 on the daily is way down here below 500. On a weekly chart, it's not quite an evening star pattern, but it could become one if we get continuation selling in this week. And it's probably because some big institution or hedge fund is closing out their long position before earnings. We have seen this before where we had an evening star reversal because of earnings was good or news was good by interest rates. So that might happen again. That's why it's not 100% guarantee that we're coming down or anything like that. Just kind of watching out for that risk before earnings. NASDAQ QQQ, also that one big bad day, I believe it was last Thursday, coming out of that, falling down below that trend line. Now we can see the price going sideways, stuck below 446 and above 434. So that's the kind of box that I'm holding it into. Plus or minus 3% in terms of volatility there. There's quite a bit of support space down here in the 417 area. On a weekly chart, again, there was a bounce into a potential evening star. You could see this almost triple topping here, like I wrote in the TradingView idea a couple of weeks ago. Something to watch out for there on QQQ. Dow Jones as well. Dow Jones had a clearer double top below 400. And let's see if that measure moved about 1.5%. Was hit, and we had to bounce off the 50 EMA. Now, something to watch out for. This is a more clear evening star pattern, as you can see on the weekly, which could be bearish. Usually is bearish, but we're going into earnings. Now, we have bounced off the 50 EMA, and watch out that this bounces, get rejects, and crashes back down to 375 or even 362 if it's really bad. IWM, Russell 2000, yes, we are in the golden upcross. However, finding some resistance below $210. And you can see there's a lot of support levels in the yellow. Let's erase that and draw a simpler trend line on the bottom side and lock in the price on the top side. And you can see still that rising wedge pattern here. If we start to lose 200, then we know we're in trouble, and there's quite a bit of blank space down at the bottom. On the weekly, we did have a bearish engulfing candle reversal. However, the EMAs are still up cross, so it's just a matter of if it's going to fall into support, how deep will it pierce into support before we get a potential bounce. Let's go to gold. A lot of people excited about gold and the rally. So why is this happening? Remember that gold has been in a golden upcross uptrend since about the same time the stock market rallied last year, October, November 2023. That's the bottom. That's the oversold level for gold. Now it's been uptrending and broke out of the resistance about a month ago in March 2024. And this is how you know it's in a real uptrend. Just straight up, pull back, continuation, breakout above the 205 level. Some people might be wondering, well, how high is it going to go? Turn on a pivot point, R2's 217, R3's 228. If you really want to know, open up a H4, 4-hour or 1-hour chart, and those are still up crossed on the EMAs, as you can see. And as long as it holds above any support level of the EMA, right? High, low, high, low, high, low. We're bouncing off, which looks like about the 20 EMA. As long as we hold that and the golden moving averages are up crossed on the hourly and the 4-hour, we should be okay for gold. Just don't want to FOMO too late into this play. This gap up here. And on the weekly, you could see the large ascending triangle, right? I'll put in the blue. That is real. That is definitely real. And it's plus 25% target from the breakout. We're about potentially halfway there. My target is 243 on gold long term if it's going to be a perfect setup. We can see it was just right in February holding that support level and then rallying. Similar thing happened with Bitcoin, and now we're looking at the silver chart on the weekly. This is not quite an ascending triangle. In the short term, it was. In the long term, it's more of a symmetrical triangle breakout like that. In the short term, you do have the ascending triangle. So we've measured that move. Plus 30%. If it goes 30%, still to my target, $30. We had that weekly breakout. It's not even in overbought territory. Golden cross on the daily right here, but that support level on the upside down, inverse upside down hidden shoulders here on March 2024. You can see it still golden up cross. This is what I'm talking about. Support entry plays are what gets us in the money. And gap up, pivots, resistance R2 of $25, 26. And it's just a matter of let this fan out. Maybe the next entry, I don't want to buy on a breakout, high, low, high, maybe pull back on a higher low, maybe enter on that higher low support, whether we have a gap fill at 24, somewhere around there. Copper, very nice play, golden up cross. Now, I was talking about, somebody asked me about copper months ago, and I was talking about how this is consolidating like this. And we have another support. So it's that, what is that? Symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle. Copper ETF on the daily. Measured move is 20%. And then we had this breakout, which we were talking about. Yes, it was a little scary because there's head and shoulders, but it survived out of there. And then we had the golden up cross. So once we have the golden up cross, the breakout should go all the way up to 28.77, which coincides with the resistance on the left side. So this is just in progress right now. There's no extreme warning sign yet. Day traders might trigger that, but for now, it looks like it wants to keep rallying in the long term. Any of these dips, 50 EMA, if it crashes back to 20 EMA, is probably going to be a potential entry point for copper. We'll see. US oil in the golden up cross again. Remember calling this potential low here, and it's definitely hitting those levels on the top. Very beautiful play. And you might be wondering, why is this happening? It's just these prices kind of bottomed out over here, right? In the 60s, 65, 70 range. Open this up and you can see the support on the downside. I could even draw a horizontal here, 1 and 83 and 92. This is also kind of turning into a dirty ascending triangle. I'm going to call it dirty because of this poking out breakout of the price, but it's looking like it's starting to set up just like gold, right? It's not a perfect one. I could be reaching a little bit here for this, but it looks like it wants to turn it to that. If something turns really bearish, you could crash back down to 70. Maybe it'll consolidate in here. If you have a breakout retest, this thing's probably going to 95 or 100. US oil. And we had that large upside down head and shoulders. You can see it right here. It's almost like a cup and handle, not quite, but you can see it with the neckline breakout. And what is that measured move? Plus 20%. Everything's going 20 to 25%, which hits my target of $91. Natural gas, however, is not doing that. So natural gas is a different story. Still in this massive diabolical downtrend. The downtrend since almost 2.5 years ago, November 2022. This is a textbook downtrend that a long bull does not want to touch. I do not want to touch this yet unless there's some fundamental changes or a massive short squeeze where I want to enter into this. It's not even extremely oversold. It's getting rejected every time it's the 20 or the 50. The only good thing that I see here on UNG is potential level of support. It's actually like a falling wedge type of action, right here. So the support level, I'm looking at 1420. And I'm not going to get excited about this until this breaks out into the 1615 level. And then we have that short squeeze action. Just not excited about it. The only thing is on the weekly, you're starting to get bullish momentum, but that's going to take a while. All right, so let's move forward here. Grab a piece of paper. Okay, let's do the dollar currency. DXY, US dollar currency. Haven't done this one in a while. And you can see consolidating, just going sideways between 107 and 100. Now, more accurately, let's get the more recent data. Almost looking like a potential large symmetrical triangle breakout. To me, just like this. So the fact that it's breaking out is trying to golden cross. Sometimes this is inverse correlated. Yes, there's a double top, but at the same time, it looks like it wants to try to break out a little bit because if the stock market pulls back, this DXY might go up. Euro USD in a similar consolidation pattern, kind of topped out around $1.12 or $1.11 here. And start to box this in on the price. And again, asymmetrical triangle appears in the market. So what is this potential measure move? 6%. That's a lot for Forex. 6% is a lot of pips. $1.15 is that target long term or crash. In terms of the maximum range, it can always just hover around here. So essentially, it's going sideways, and it's not really that exciting. Probably, if you're a swing trader, you need to see a real trend for that, but not really moving. USD JPY is different story. You can see a clearer trend, still in the uptrend, the support level, the resistance on top. And we want to see it hold the support levels above 150. If it falls below 150, it looks like it's going to 145. So that's something to watch out for, and a potential breakout opportunity above 152 if it breaks out above there. Let's see, what time is it? 19. Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you have a question, even if you're a beginner or it's the first time that you're here, this is the last live stream on TradingView. So just ask me away. Today is the last chance. So let's look at Microsoft near a resistance point, still in the uptrend. Apple, fortunately, death cross here, trying to test that support above 168, death cross on Apple. NVIDIA, potential double top. Okay, potential double top on the weekly, excuse me, on the daily, and potential evening star on the weekly. Hard to see if it's going to pull back like 817 area. Amazon as well. Still in the rising wedge pattern. See if it can either break out above 187 or pull back to 177. Google in the double top zone, 155. So it fell below this rising wedge, trying to recover, but earnings is coming up. So I want to see this thing actually go up higher to 161 or pull back to 140 area longer term. Meta had decent news. So Meta continues to rise. So until you see an extreme sign, which I'm not seeing here yet, probably targets 545, 560 support levels, 500 on the bottom. Let's do like XLF. XLF, you could see for now, potential head and shoulders or potential double top resistance at $42. And that's depending on earnings. So if earnings are bad, which who knows, maybe it's not going to be bad, but if it is, it could go down to 40. If it goes up, 43. The last one for now, Tesla. So Tesla, this is not a real position. Tesla right here in the death cross, everybody. So again, some of your favorite brands or companies, not all of them are doing well. Apple and Tesla especially, is not doing well on the charts. If you're wondering, the death cross is almost always a bad sign right here. January 2024, some problems with the company. Last time we had a death cross, Tesla got shorted down negative 60%. So if that's going to happen, target is $80 if that happens again. So be aware. I might short this thing harder if the earnings is bad. We're going to see, right? The retracement here, it's in the 618, but in a death cross. If you back up to this high, 0.88 is 137 is the next target on the downside. The topside target for rejection, I still think this is going to get rejected unless the company does something miraculous. 188 is that topside resistance. Okay, let's go to crypto. Welcome everybody to the cryptocurrency segment of the final live stream on TradingView. Just want to say thank you so much to everyone for following and watching and supporting all these years. I'm going to continue to make video ideas on TradingView, YouTube, and X as well. So the Bitcoin halving is in approximately 11 days. Time making this video, April 19, 2024. And just remember, it could be a sell the news event. A sell the news event because why? Because we have all known for 1.5 years or 1 year at least that the halving is coming up, at least 6 months. Some analysts are saying on CNBC or JP Morgan Chase that the halving is priced in. So in one or two weeks or this month, if we do not blast off higher above, let's say 2.7, 2.8 trillion here, I'm expecting a pullback of some sort because the large support trend line is way down here. We kind of went parabolic. You can see it. We went parabolic. Okay. So the intermediate support level is 2.1 trillion. So in the short term, I'm actually a little bit bearish just in case we have a sell-off. In the long term, I'm still bullish. We need some kind of confirmation on the price of, are we going to continue to blast off higher on Bitcoin in the next 1 to 2 months? Or are we going to have a cool down period of just consolidation or pullback or even a huge pullback before we get the next blast off rally? Okay, so I'm prepared mentally for 3 scenarios. If we come down on crypto, because it's consolidating right now, let me just draw it, right? This was a potential lower high. That was bad in the price. That did not go higher than 2.7 trillion. So then it's going sideways. What else is going sideways? Gold, silver, or it was going sideways. Gold, silver, copper, right? So if you want to have a gold repeat, we need to have this breakout. If it doesn't, there's some potential problem here that the symmetrical triangle is 20% volatility, 10 to 20%, right? So 10% up is 2.76, 10% down is 2.27. And that makes perfect sense to me. It's still in the golden up cross. Yes. But we've seen this golden up cross test 100 EMA. That would come down like this. We've also seen the price test below the 200 EMA multiple times, right? So if we're going to have a little flash crash, I'm just warning people, be aware of that. If it crashes down to 2 trillion or under 2 trillion, I'm going to buy more crypto right here. If it breaks out and rallies, just long the breakout, right? It's not impossible. It's not going to be rocket science. It's just when something is so obvious in the market, you want to be careful. Okay, this is not the right one. Let's go to Bitfinex chart. So now on Bitcoin USD, it's a similar setup, right? We got rejected below 73,000, 70,000, and we're holding support of 65 and 61 down here. Okay, so the fact that it's consolidating, people are just kind of confused. The market's fighting. The bulls and the bears are fighting for equilibrium in the market. 10 to 20%, although we had a little baby bounce here off this morning star pattern off the support level is good. 10% up would be 75, 20% up would be 82. Negative 10%, 61,000 Bitcoin. Negative 20%, $54,000 Bitcoin. That's why just mentally prepare for a pullback sell-off if it happens. The only way we're going to get massive rally is if somebody has to buy basically millions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin like this month. 2 weeks from now, somebody has to do that. If bull or all the bulls have to just buy, right? But where are the fundamental catalysts for that? We're kind of not having that right now. We are still in the golden upcross. It's good. Okay, so I'm not trying to scare people. In the long term, this is very good. We have a large upside down head and shoulders or uptrend rally, whichever you want to call it. It's just we should have a natural pullback and then one more up rally. That's what I'm looking for. And eventually, if we get to 70, 80, 90, 100K, it should be pretty easy for Bitcoin to do that at this point. Because if you look at this weekly chart, we've passed above 60,000, 65,000, and we're holding up here nicely. You can see the golden upcross continued and we're rallying. Just where's that next higher low? The dip support level, where is it? Maybe in the 60s or 50,000s if it's going to occur like that. Now, the two scenarios for Bitcoin I want to show people is sometimes on the price, it just nonstop goes up. This is after the halving. The last halving was May 2020, right here in this X. So you could see it pulled back, consolidation for a little bit, rally, pull back, and then we blasted off. How long did that take? That took half a year, 6 months before we had the true rally, the ultimate final rally. So that's kind of what it feels like right now is people are just kind of slowly, we're all just getting into Bitcoin, people are making money, but we haven't had the extreme up of like parabolic up, in my opinion. Maybe we're about halfway because if we measure the bottom to top of that move, that was 10x on crypto, on Bitcoin. Is it going to go up that much again? Maybe it's going to go 500, maybe, right? 600, because we're starting at 15, 16K this time. But if it goes 10x, that's obviously $160,000, $170,000 Bitcoin. Not impossible if people keep buying. So the way I'm interpreting this is we're just backtesting these highs. Does that make sense? We're backtesting those highs, meaning that we broke out. Might have to make this a different color. Put in a blue line, right? Like that. We're backtesting. So as long as we hold and we never crash down below there, probably 60,000 lowest, should be able to keep going higher here once we have that pullback. Or it could just be a sideways consolidation like this, go sideways and then break out. It's going to take time. So I'm trying to prepare myself and viewers just mentally. Bearish scenario, if it pulls back, it's fine. Let it pull back, bears attack, whatever happens there. Get the support level established above 50K, then have a huge bounce off of there, that launch pad up to 80, 90, 100K. Scenario 2 is we consolidate into a symmetrical triangle, go sideways, and then eventually have a breakout. It's going to take a while. The bullish scenario is what everyone wants to see. We are making the support right now at 60, and we're about to blast off higher after the halving date, like 3 months from now. It's going to be a little bit of a wait. Okay, but for full transparency, I took, as a swing trader, I took profit, had wonderful profits, hundreds of percent. Actually, my best trade this year was 1,000%, so 10x on crypto and stocks. So it's an incredible year for the past year, and that's why technical analysis works. And for anyone wondering about my style, I'm a longer-term investor and swing trader. I'm not a day trader or scalper anymore because my strategies, my system, my research, my work is all about the long-term hold. And I made 10x. I made 1,000%. It was phenomenal investment. So Bitcoin, I am still holding this and we're just watching out for that. Okay, let's go to BLX, which is the Bitcoin Liquid Index, which shows the entire price history of Bitcoin on this chart. Let's go let's go logarithmic. Not algorithm, let's go logarithmic. And you can see the fourth halving. So just to reiterate this to people, these are the approximate dates. The first halving of Bitcoin was December 2012, and it went sideways and then just straight up rallied 2 times. Second halving, July 2016, it was very quiet for about 2-3 months, and then we start to really get that massive rally. Third halving, which was in the pandemic, we actually crashed into the halving, rallied, and then went sideways. I just showed you that. A little bit rally, pullback, and then we had the big move up. So this fourth time looks like the 2016 halving to me. We're rallying into the halving. I'm expecting a pullback during and after the halving. And then when the market calms down, probably rally up to 100K. I mean, the big target up here at the top of this resistance is like $300,000 Bitcoin, which is not impossible. It's not impossible. It's just going to take time. And we need governments and institutions and corporations to not try to destroy Bitcoin and crypto in your respective or my respective country. They need to go after the bad guys, the illegal people. But normal, legal retail traders, or we're not the enemy. You know what I'm saying? In crypto, it's the criminals and scammers and spammers and fraudulent people that needs cleanup. But this is what I'm holding out for. And like I said, 3 out of 4 times in history, it's went up. This is the 4th time. So there's anywhere from a 0 to a 75% chance that it's going to go up in how long to hit the top. That took 1 year, first halving. This took about 1.5 years, second halving. Third halving took 1 to almost 2 years. No, 1.5 years. So that's why. 1 to 1.5 years is when? April 2025 to November 2025. So I'm expecting 2025. Mid to end of 2025, we might, if it's going to be bullish, we might hit the 100,000, 200, 300,000, 300,000 range. But in 2024, I wouldn't be surprised if we crashed first and then we went up. Just saying. All right, so let's go to Ethereum USD. I'm probably not going to get questions today because the live stream page is hidden on TradingView, so I doubt people are even watching right now. But yeah, not many people are watching. But that's okay. If you have a question, just let me know. Just let me know. This is the last live stream. So if you have a question for charts, question about technical analysis, the tools on the left side, indicators, you want a chart request, just let me know in the chat. All right, Ethereum, USD on Bitfinex, same problem. Same problem. We bounced off a super low for Ethereum was $1,000 here. You can see the big trend line. Here's number one. Number trend line number two. Sometimes I like to do what I call a trend line cascade. I should trademark that. Is you just keep trend lining until something bad happens, right? Which is right now. I keep making multiple trend lines, multiple and long-term angles. So you can see the short-term trend line, we just lost that trend line. Long-term trend line, you can see, right? There's this big hole right here. But it's not going to drop and crash to that just yet because we're in the golden up cross. Where is it? It's resting above 50 EMA, 100 EMA, and 200 EMA, right at the 50. So 3333 price. 333 price. Right? 3,000, 2,600 is that's where it's going to be. Right? If we get really into it, maybe this could be a double bottom play. Maybe. Let me turn the EMAs off. And another type of symmetrical triangle, although this is weak. So it can be interpreted two ways. It can be interpreted as this is just a dip consolidation because that has happened in the past. We had a big dip here just 2 months ago, and then another dip here. So as long as that support holds above 3250, this could actually bounce back up to 4,000. No problem. No problem there. However, if it does crash, we could see it crash down negative 15% to 2855. And if it does crash, you want to get out before that flash crash because you don't want to chase. It's better to sell now if it's about to crash, right? So if this starts pulling back in a week or 2 weeks from now, you might want to exit that really day trade short-term position. On the weekly as well, somebody took their profit on Ethereum. Although there's a lot of sticks on this wicks on this bottom side, which means there's support that actually looks like an upside down head and shoulders on the wicks. So it could just be a short-term consolidation before we blast off. It's just a matter of pullback. Let's see if that pullback to like 3,000 and try to bounce, right? And that would make sense with the RSI divergence because the price has to go up. This has to bounce a little bit, and then you'll get a big sell signal in terms of swing trading. But can this turn into a giant cup and handle? It could. It just needs to crash down all the way. That would be one scenario as well that I'm watching for Ethereum. Binance Coin. Binance Coin still in the uptrend here. Everything is consolidating right now. Now, do I believe this golden up cross? Yes, I do. Okay, 2024, this thing is real. Golden up cross usually indicates a potential start of an uptrend on slower moving averages. However, what's happening again? Symmetrical triangle on Binance Coin. Plus or minus 30%. Let's just move on, right? Look at Solana. Now, Solana was a different story here. Still in the daily golden up cross. Yes, very good, very good. However, on the weekly, there is a double top M. And this is why I closed out my Solana position because it got rejected below $200 2 times. So on Solana, full transparency, made 600+%. Phenomenal swing trade. So grateful for it, right? Amazing. But I just closed it out because just in case that turns out to be a top. Did we get up to 250? No, we didn't. But then this thing already went 10x. Basically went from 18 to 220, 200, 2. Right? So when it goes 10x, what else can you ask for a trade, right? This measure move was only supposed to go 2, 4, 600, 800%, and it went from the breakout, it went triple the target. So just on that sensitive, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and it's about to rally one more time. It's not a huge head and shoulders bearish target like it was last time pattern. But just on principle, just want to lock in my profit. There was that double top here on the RSI, and then we had that bearish momentum and the double top on the price. That's why I said, I'm just going to get out on this one. If it keeps going, that's fine. Who cares? Just take my profit, walk away a winner, and good game to the crypto markets, right? For the swing trade. If you walk away a winner, there's nothing wrong with that. So right here, pivot point. Watch out if we don't lose that pivot point. You want to watch out for that. Now the support on the bottom side, right, is what I'm talking about here. Is let's see. box this in. And now you can see the support level just secretly there, 140 area. If we have a bearish move, happens to be the 100 EMA. Is it game over? No, it's not game over. It's still golden up cross. It's just I decided to get out on this leg as a swing trader because I made 6x, and this thing went 10x. So just in case we sell off, I'll be happy. If we keep rallying, I'm just going to open a new position. No problem. That's swing trading, right? If you're an investor, it's a different story. You got to make your own decision of when to buy and sell on your criteria. But the fact is that it retraced all the way to 236. If it doesn't blast off above 270, then there is a problem on Solana. If that doesn't happen. Let's look at Cardano. Cardano on the Bitfinex. Now, the beautiful setup here. So with that double bottom, I actually also sold a lot of Cardano just as a swing trader. Made a pretty decent profit. Only made about like 100 something, like 140, 150 on this one. Still good. Now, the descending triangle, that's the move though. 75%, so that's the first target. If we go another 75%, which I might open up another position for that, should be the next target, which is 131. Now, is this turning into a cup and handle? Maybe. It might. We had that double bottom, which is the perfect setup. I bought right at 25 cents, right down here. You gotta love that entry. And you had the breakout. Now, sort of hesitating here. Maybe this is a cup and handle. Maybe it might be reaching for that at this point. But if it does, it has to retrace about 33%, which is not that far down from where we are right now. Approximately around the 50 cent level. And then we'll see a fight around here, which is the under 50 cent level. It's resting right above the point day retrace and the EMA. So this is good. It might not even go down 50 cents, but it might bounce here, pull back, and then bounce. So, I sold at more than 50% of mine. Don't copy me. This is just my style as a swing trader, and I'm just trying to lock in profits right now. I might open up another position after the halving. Because for me, if we're not getting, in my opinion, if we're not getting the velocity that a lot of crypto traders want, meaning this moon rally, it's not happening yet, right? If it was moon rallying, I would not have sold it yet, but it's kind of pulling back a little bit, still in the golden arm cross, just playing one of these EMAs. So have to have a little patience there. On Cardano. So XRP, because Ripple is in the news lately. Ripple. Oh, here's a great example. I talked about this May 2023. I talked about risk reward if somebody bought Ripple exactly at this spot, 42 cents. That person would have been up 40 to almost 100% on that candle body wick maximum, right? If they just understood what was I talking about back then? Risk to reward ratio. Total account size, right? $10,000 total account size example, 1% trading rule, only risk 1% of your total account size per trade, which is $100 stop loss risk per trade when you're starting out, if you're a beginner. And the way to practice that is down here on paper trading. Just click that trading panel, click it, connect it, turn it on, and now you're ready to paper trade. Buy and sell, take profit, stop loss, limit orders, market sell, stop orders. That's how you practice. But if someone was doing this for an investment, that was actually buying a dip at a phenomenal price right in the middle of that move. And the rest is just profits. Still need to manage the profits well, though. Let's go to a different chart. So in terms of where's this thing going, on the Coinbase XRP Ripple chart, support, resistance, another sim triangle. So now it's a game of, all right, if it's going sideways, is it going to go down or is it going to go up? And we just have to watch for a break of that. It'll show up on the day trading timeframes first, like a 5-minute, 15-minute. But if you're looking at it on a daily, you need to have patience. And I have that, emotional exasperation right there because people you know, when it starts going sideways, people start getting antsy in the market. And so for me, I love playing support. Short the resistance, play long support, right? Is this support of the triangle? No. So I don't care about that right now. That's just part of my criteria. XLM, Stellar, different X coin, XLM. Stellar is not rallying so much. It used to be popular many years ago, not so much anymore. But this could be turning into an ascending triangle or a rising wedge. But I do like this double bottom here, holding that support line above 10 cents. Couldn't quite break out above 16 cents, but starting to go sideways here. And we'll see if this is going to go high, low, high, low. But the fact that it looks like it broke out that W and now got rejected. So I have to depend on the EMAs for this. It's golden up cross. We have to hold 12 cents for this thing to have one more leg up. If not, it's going to crash down to 9 cents. Dogecoin. Doge USD. Great coin. Let me use the other chart. Let's use Binance. You need all the history you can get. There you go. So I entered into Dogecoin at like 6 cents, and I did take my profit as well. The initial position, 6 cents. So again, wow, how did I get in there? If you're wondering, how does this guy always try to buy the bottom? It's from years of knowledge, years of experience, studying and practice, and understanding very simply, what is this? Support. It's like going to a store. If I want to go to a store and let's say I want to buy apples from the grocery store, or I want to buy milk or eggs or cookies, just whatever, a lot of people are price conscious shoppers, at least in the USA. At least I am, right? Or a lot of people I know. If you get a coupon, if you get a little 10% off or 20% off, it's the same item. People are interested in that. In this particular case, Dogecoin, we had a negative 90% off crash. The ultimate discount coupon. And then did it go below 6? Did it go below 5? No. That's how I knew this is it. This is the one. This is the bottom. This is where I need to buy. Buy. 6 cents. 6 cents, right? So, and then when it blasts off like this, the first rally is not the end of the rally, and then you have a big one like that. And then you have to make a decision. Am I going to put stop loss or sell? And so I decided to just sell. Even though we're in a golden up cross, I'm taking my profit because I don't want to be the guy, unfortunately, who bought at the top and hold all the way down. I met somebody like that before. So please do not be that person. Always have stop loss risk management in place for your whole account, for all your positions. At least a mental stop loss with alerts, but if you're a beginner, you need a hard stop loss, a real one, to kick you out of the trade because most humans cannot make that decision. Cannot make that decision. Most people can't do it. Why? Because we're losing in that moment. We're losing as a trader. It's embarrassing. It feels bad. It's losing money. It's emotionally feels bad. But as a trader, you have to learn how to take the loss. I have to learn that too. To take the loss, the small loss, and not let it turn into a negative 90% loss, which is total loss, bankrupt, game over, unless somebody held it until now, but still, they're still down if they bought the top of Doge, which I met somebody like that. You're still down negative 70%. It's bad, right? That's not the way to trade. That's not sustainable. What I did in this whole blue circle is nothing. I waited. If you've been watching my stream, I kept saying it's not yet, not yet. Maybe this was the tradable bottom. Maybe this is the tradable bottom. We had that short squeeze, but then I knew it's crashing and it's not going any higher. This is not the bottom. So then wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it all of 2023. And then we had some huge SEC news. And then Bitcoin having excitement. SEC's backing off a little bit. That's the bottom. Golden up cross, pull back, buy. Either here or here. And then everything else is just profit and take profits on the way up mentality. So for example, in 2 years on Dogecoin, I think I only did like 2 or 3 trades total because that's my style. Is the stream dropping? It looks like it's dropping. It's too much for the stream. It got too real there. All right, the stream cut out for a second and now it's continuing. So hopefully everyone's still here. Let's try to keep it happy, right? So how do you practice this? Is paper trading and bar replay 100 times. 100 times. So this is where I'm going to start to transition into education in the last part of the final live stream. Is let's be honest here. Whether you're a scalper, a day trader, a swing trader, investor, or a lifetime hodler. If you're a lifetime hodler, you probably do not need to watch this stream. But if you're a trader of any type or an investor, what matters is the price and the price trend. Let me this is so important. Let me type it on the screen. In 40 font, 40 point font, right? Price. Trend, patterns, candlesticks. It's actually just trend and patterns, but it's based upon candlesticks, right? What does this mean? Price of, so technical analysis of price, TA of price. That's what really matters. Okay, for charts. What's the TA of the price? So what's the trend, number one? Let me put this on the bottom here. Let me not use Dogecoin. Let me just go back to Bitcoin, right? Because that's what everyone's using. This applies to stock market too. It's just I'm going to use crypto. For example, I've said this many times in the past 2.5 years, but it's so important. I'm going to end with it. Let's go to a weekly chart, for example. So I get all the data on here, logarithmic, all the data. This is 10 years of data on crypto. This is Bitcoin, weekly chart, long term. Okay. How do I know for trend? It can only go 3 ways. It could go up, down, or sideways. There is no other direction it can go. It's either going to go up, down, or basically sideways. And usually the sideways is short-lived, either at the bottom or the top. Okay, it's very simple. But being able to identify is the key. So right now, just right now, in this blue box, is the long-term trend, which one of these is it? So just somebody type it. I'll wait like 10 seconds. In your mind, or if you want to type it, the blue box right now, is the price in an uptrend? Is it in a downtrend, or is it sideways, which is technically called consolidation? Okay. Just in your mind, or if you want to type it, is the blue box, is it going up, down, or sideways for the trend of the price? The answer is up. Okay. So how do you know that? Because the price was at 16,000, then it goes to 20,000, basically 40,000, 50,000. So the price is going up. Making a series, if you want textbook definition, series of higher highs and higher low price closes over a period of time. High, low, high, low, high, low. That's why I always say that. Now, downtrend is, let's say, the 2018 to 2019 crash, these purple lines. So this blue box Is it going up? Is it going down or sideways? We're talking about the price, right? We're talking about the price trend. Hint starts with a D. It's going down. Okay. And somebody might say, this is so easy, but then that's what makes investing easy. So if somebody's not making money investing, I doubt they understand this, or I doubt they can identify it quickly, right? This is one of the keys to my success. How did I make 1000%? I'm teaching you right now, right? So down price trend, a series of lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and your flash crash down. Lower lows, lower highs in the price. So it's going down 20,000, 8,000, 12,000, 6,000. You see it's going down 8,000, 3,000, and then you bottom out. So then the last example is consolidation. Consolidation, sideways, meaning that you need at least like 4 touch points, and the price is going sideways in a price range bound, either way, right? Range bound. So in this particular case, you're getting stuck between, a long time ago, $300 Bitcoin and $200 Bitcoin, and it's getting stuck there, going sideways in a consolidation box. So is it going down? Not really. Was it going up? Eventually it did, but when it's inside the box, it's just stuck between these prices. That's what I mean by sideways consolidation. And then it's either going to do one of two things. You can consolidate and go up, or you can consolidate and then go down. Okay? So then how do you play that? Why do I always draw what? Support, resistance, and support. Support and resistance. And then what did I just do? I created the box. Created the box. Now all you have to do is just be patient and wait for a breakdown or a breakout up or a breakdown of the price, and then you long or short that. So simple, right? So simple. In terms of the uptrend, how do you identify that? Once you have a series of higher highs and higher lows, draw one trend line. One. And as long as it stays above that trend line, you're good, or the price is good. Or you're supposed to draw the top side. Draw 2 trend lines. Max, I always like to say, box in that price with trend lines, whether it's going up or whether it's going down. Box it in, meaning I like to use extended trend lines because it makes it go forever. And you could actually see, oh my gosh, right? My goodness, this trend line from 2016 actually predicted the top of the market 5 years later. Trend lines work. That's why it's important to use extended, if you're wondering. I don't use the short regular one. I love extended because you just draw it once, save that thing, save your layout here, click the button, lock this thing, sync in your layout, lock it, and just leave it forever. And then sometimes you can see here, my goodness, 4 or 5 years later, the top of the market was predicted with the one trend line that was showing the uptrend from 2016 to 17, right? Now, what do we see? Okay, does that make sense to people? How do you figure out, is it going in an uptrend, or is it going in a downtrend, or is it going sideways? It's actually not that hard. It's not that hard. What makes it hard is it takes time to just let it progress. It takes time to just let it play out. That's what Charlie Munger, who may he rest in peace, taught me a lot in his books. You could just, if you don't have time to read, I highly recommend Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger on YouTube. There's like summaries, top 10 quotes of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. There's a Charlie Munger's psychology video from like the 60s, 1960s or 70s or something like that, which I learned a lot from. And Charlie Munger said the hardest part of investing is just sitting on your hands. Meaning if you long Bitcoin at, what is it? Let's say 18,000 with a stop loss of a 25% investing stop loss, just sit on your hands and just wait for 600 days to make 265%. Easy, easier, right? I shouldn't say easy, but easier than day trading or scalping every 10 hours a day, in my opinion. So if we're talking about the long-term trend now what happens when you do this? You get the long-term trend and box in and connect almost every single price. Now this is different. You had a breakout back here in 2014 to a crash. This is kind of like a equilibrium line down here. I'm starting from about right here forward and draw this resistance trend line. And you can see we're kind of halfway, right? It's not like the bottom anymore. When if you're on my stream in January 2013, I was saying, if this holds, it's going to be a good bounce opportunity because it's the third time. 2019, 2020 pandemic, 2023. If it doesn't go lower, where else is it going to go? We just taught you the trend. If it doesn't downtrend, it's going to go sideways or it's going to go up. And then that's exactly what happened. Kept telling people there's like a 66% chance back in March 2023, that all markets are about to go up, and nobody believed me back then. And then I still bought it though, because I understand my research and my work and my strategy, and it worked. Yes. 10 years of data, right? One of my old mentors used to say, respect the TA. Don't respect, you don't have to respect people. This is a 6-year support area. And then if it gets violated to the downside, and if it crashes, that's something very significant happened there. Extremely significant. My stream is crashing again. The information is too real. This is secret information. It's too real. The stream is crashing. Right? The support level. Okay? So that's why when you look at it like this, and somebody says, I'm going to long Bitcoin right now. Then I'm like, oh man, where was that person like 1.5 years ago? Where was that person 1 year ago when we had this beautiful support bounce, right? So just want to watch out for that. And then we had a golden up cross on the weekly here at 20,000. So that was the second sign. Also, these golden up crosses work, but I don't want to confuse people. That's pretty much what you need to know, right? So then let's try to execute this in information. So there are other things, and I'll save it for another class. And people have been asking me, like, do I have a subscription for charts? No, not right now, but it's an idea that I have if I have the time to do it. Do I have a paid group right now? No, not right now. Do I have a class right now? No, not right now. So because of everything that happened in the crypto market. So if the crypto market really dies out, then maybe I'll make like a class or something or a course. But I'm always teaching people the secret strategies of the market, and I have been for 2.5 years. It just matters if somebody has base knowledge to understand it or not. So let's try to practice what we just learned in real time with a couple examples, okay? This is so important. I might go like maybe 30 minutes more. If you have to go, I understand that. Thank you for watching and following. I'll continue to make videos, ideas on TradingView, YouTube, and X. But this is so important. We're like right in the middle of like the hottest strategy, the most important price information. So stay tuned right here. So let's use bar replay. Okay, let's use bar replay. And if somebody's saying weeklies too, they don't want to wait that long. All right, let's do daily then. I'll do a long-term swing trading, and then I'll do like a day trading example of how to do it, right? Bar replay is this button up here. It's the rewind button. Now just open a Bitcoin daily on your TradingView, make an account, Bitcoin daily bar replay, and then just rewind. Rewind what you want to practice. I would start with the uptrend first, So let's just go to like 2020 here, 2020. Okay. Before you even practice buy or sell, just practice calling it out in real time on the chart. I'm going to go 3 times speed for the sake of this chart. So then right now, right here, this blue line, let's say, this is a good example. This blue line, I'm going to call this A zone, B zone, C zone. Okay. Then this is the test for the information you just read. The A zone, which one is downtrend? A zone equals what? The B zone equals what? C zone equals what in terms of trend? This is trend quiz. So it could either be up, down, or sideways consolidation. So then you have to label it now. The A zone, which I'm going to say is like this area. B zone is this area, and then C zone is this area. So like this. And you should be able to identify it in like a minute or 3 minutes maximum. I could do it in 3 seconds, right? I already know the answer to this. 30 seconds. All right, so for sake of time, I'm going to just tell you the answer. A is down trend. B is consolidation, sideways. C is uptrend. Okay, how do you figure this out? If you didn't understand that, then you have to study the charts and technical analysis a little bit more, because you have to understand relative low and relative high to figure out lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high, right? Just practicing that. It's almost like a mantra my old mentor used to talk to me about. But if you're really wondering, the simple way is between these two brackets, what was the price? 17,000. Where did it end up? 6,000. So it's going down. The angle of the arrow as well. The angle of the price, the start to the finish point. B zone. Now, B zone, it could be a little more confusing. I have to tighten it up though, right? If you tighten up these brackets, then it started at 4,000 Bitcoin. And then where does it go? It ends at 4,000 Bitcoin. So then that price went the same, sideways, right? So that's one way to figure that out. Also, you can just kind of see, you draw a resistance level. If you're advanced, you start drawing trend lines. Then you can see, oh, this is going down. This one is going sideways. Actually, it's a ascending triangle. And then this one is definitely going up, right? Once you draw the yellow lines, right, you can see it. This is going down, this is going sideways, and this is going up. So then the next hardest part is, if you think you got that, then it's saying, well, how am I going to buy and sell in real time? Let's pretend I'm a long only. Let's pretend I'm long only with a 10% stop loss, 20% target. That's a very common swing trading risk reward. Now, because it's up so much, this is an uptrend, right? Do I want to long it right there? No, not really, because I would have liked to buy it down here, which I did back in April 2019. I remember at nighttime, 9 p.m. I still remember that day, $4,000 Bitcoin breakout. I remember buying that. So execute, start. What's happening? Is the price going higher than 14,000? Is it breaking out higher than there? It's getting close, but rejected down. So it's losing momentum, starting to go sideways. It's consolidating. Let's pause. It's consolidating, right? It's going sideways. That's not going up. That's not going down. It's going sideways. So that's the consolidation sideways price action. But then when you have a symmetrical triangle like this, it's plus or minus 30% volatility from the measured move. You see how we went from uptrend to sideways. It's not going up anymore. Do you want to long that? That's a maybe for me. I'll long it if it does that. If it doesn't, you actually want to short that thing down. But I'm pretending I'm long only. So then you have to wait. Is it going higher than 12,000 or $15,000 Bitcoin? Answer is no. So then you get the bear break. See that crash? Is it going to reject? Let's wait for it. It's taking 30 days to figure that out. There you go. Rejected, but then short squeeze, oversold. Is it going to reject down? Right? So then what is this turning into? Is the price, is it going sideways? Now, No, no. From the start point of 14,000, where did you just end up? 7,000. So then isn't that down? Is that not down? So it is down trend, right? You went from an uptrend to a short-term consolidation in that symmetrical triangle, and then you broke bear, bounced, rejected off that resistance point, $10,000, crashed. So then low, high, low, high, low. That's a downtrend. Can you see it now? Can you see it? That's the practice. That's the practice. So you went from an uptrend, or we went, the Bitcoin price, went from an uptrend, and there's always that one midpoint where you have like some weird sell signal, like a double top, or it consolidates too long sideways. You see that? Goes up, consolidates, goes down. So am I going to buy this? Maybe. Somebody could have played this here if you're aggressive. Play this oversold, play this oversold, and you'll see it on the charts here on like a 4 hour, maybe. Oversold. RSI, actually bullish divergence, bullish momentum. Oversold, this is a fake guy, I still remember this. Tried to crash it, but then it got oversold, and there's like a news here, short squeeze. So then here you have a little upside down head and shoulders, so it should go long and then in the short term. So let's see if it's going to bounce. It's holding, but then now there's a problem, right? Yeah, little baby bounce, but it didn't go quite to the top of this move, so now it looks weak. There's a little resistance in there. Okay, you hit this now, it looks like maybe you have some kind of double bottom here. Still in a longer term downtrend, but we hit this level of support right here above $6,000 Bitcoin. See if we're going to get a bounce. Because it turned to upside down head and shoulders. Okay, so I would have longed that if this is real life. That's a nice, beautiful pattern, buy pattern. If you understand the inverse head and shoulders, target's about 14%, A563. So we would have bought here, sell here, and then get out of there. All right, hit the target. There we go. If I hit the target right there. So sell. So again, I would have bought, I would have done this. Buy here, take profit up in this area. Stop loss, only needed 7%. Walk that stop loss up, close that take profit target, lock that profit in. It went higher. Okay, so if it doesn't go higher, okay, so now what just happened? Remember our up, down, and consolidation? My goodness, what just happened? We just went from a very short-term downtrend to what? Consolidation sideways to an uptrend. This is a mini lesson of trend right here. Downtrend to sideways to up. So if you're able to identify price trends, you are in better shape than most traders or just most people out there who are not using technical analysis at all. If somebody's just looking at Watchlist, they cannot see what's going on. They just see one price percent. It's going up or down. They can't see anything. Once you use technical analysis, you'll see this happening. Okay, so this is a very long explanation of trend. Now, if you're a day trader, right? If you're a day trader, this is the last example. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching and following. Appreciate it. Gonna do more video ideas on TradingView, YouTube, X moving forward. This is the last TradingView live stream. Happy trading. Best wishes to everybody watching. Last example. Let's do like a day trading example. So, exit bar replay. Maybe for the sake of time, maybe use a 5-minute. There we go. I'll do a recent example. Okay, I might not be able to bar replay this one, but I'm on a 5-minute chart of this month, April 2024. So what's going on here? Let me find a very clear example. Here we go. I already found on the chart instantly, boom, within 1 minute. What am I talking about? I see the beginning of a downtrend, then I see the start of a consolidation, and then I see an uptrend. I see this. Downtrend, consolidation, uptrend. So that's down, sideways, up. Okay, so just understanding that can save your life, save your TradingView account, actually help you get profitable if you get very good at identifying this quickly, right? This one's a little bit harder. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then huge crash. What is that definition of a downtrend? Lower lows, lower highs over a period of time. Consolidation, again, stuck between the price, between two price moves. It's called a price range. So what is it stuck between? 67,000 and 65,000. You can see it's like a sideways box. And then it breaks out. Either way, break out or break down. We happen to break out here. If it crashed, then short opportunity. If it breaks out, maybe long. But I like to play support. I like to play this bottom. That's how I get maximum profits, right? But keep in mind, none of this is 100%. None of it. In fact, it can be maybe only 40% or 50% because humans make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes. Doing this in real time versus the AI algorithms is the challenge. Doing this at 6:30 in the morning, doing this at 3:30 in the morning, or at 12:30 p.m. middle of lunch or middle of food time break, right? Just getting good at that. So, am I saying go crazy shorting and longing? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What am I saying is instead of trying to play every single candle flip, this is a huge mistake of a lot of beginners, and I'm guilty of this too, is you on a day trading time frame, you do not want to play every single candle because you'll flip your position every like 5 minutes. You don't want to do that. You need to have a longer term viewpoint even in day trading, right? Instead of trying to scalp this one little spot of 0.5%, is understand that the full move of that was 6%, but it took 12 hours, right? Or maybe just one trading day of 8 hours to capture 4%, which for a day trader is a lot. If you're on leverage, that's a lot. 4%, most day traders trying to capture 1% if you're non-leveraged, right? 0.5% risk, 1% target. That's the average. For crypto, I mean, it's possible, but I don't even like doing that anymore because I like having free time in my life. So I invested, made 10x, 1000%. I don't need this anymore. Scalping. I don't need this anymore, right? But if you're a scalper, if you're a day trader, this is the key to master a price trend. And it's just a matter of opening a chart. Just set aside 15, 30 minutes a day or a week. You have to understand professional traders are doing this 10 hours a day. So of course they're going to be good at it. So if you can set aside some time every day, 5, 10, 15 minutes, or on a Saturday, or even before the market opens, like 1 hour, maybe not before the market opens, but in practice, like for an hour. Paper trading in real time, if you're serious, or bar replay at night, like what we're doing right now, you probably will get better over time. When I was a beginner, I knew nothing. I knew zero when I started. And it took me years. It takes people like 2+ years to get good. Even the professionals at the firms, it takes them years to get good at trading or investing. You need a lot of time. So I just want to end this by encouraging you, whoever's watching here, to keep going in your journey for technical analysis, trading, investing, coding if you're a coder down here. And just to never give up on the charts. If somebody has too many losses, it probably means they need to study and work harder and learn more about profitable strategies. I just gave you one of them today. Okay, the main strategy that's one responsible for probably most of my success, I just gave it to you for free right now. Okay, so just understand that, right? Understand that, and then try to build that knowledge and skill in your own life for your own trading. Because when you're in the market, nobody's going to tell you what to do. You have to know what to do. You have to become a master, or at least proficient in charting and trading. The trading skill is totally different skill, which I'm not going to show right now, but it's a different skill to understand when do I need a market order, limit orders, how do I set a stop loss, how do I set a take profit order above my buy price, how do I put a stop loss to protect my position like this, how do I do that, what's long versus short, right? That's all knowledge information that probably is on TradingView. You have to learn that on your own, or follow somebody or take a class, and then just practice. If you're the type who doesn't want to study anything, just paper trade like crazy and you'll learn something, right? Or bar replay like crazy a lot. But if you really want to have super success, I would say, like, I would consider myself, I had super success this year. I made 1000% 10x. I mean, that's every trader's dream, right? People don't realize is that I studied and practiced a lot for years. I spent days and weekends alone in front of charts, reading books, practicing paper trading, bar replay, strategy testing, coding my own indicators, the easy ones, using the stock screener like a crazy person, right? Obsessing over time. I tried every single tool. I read about all the tools. I tried every single indicator here in technicals, found my favorites, even the community editor picks. Right here, all of it. You're seeing it in front of your screen. But the evidence that I did that. So, it's really important that people understand, traders understand that 90% of traders lose 90% of their money in 90 days, meaning most people, 90% of people go bankrupt trading in 3 months or 1 year. The way to win or become profitable is you need profitable strategies, you need profitable risk management, profitable tools that you're not going to get off of, I'm just going to say, like, emotional social media posts is what I'm saying, right? Like, if you're just consuming TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or even TradingView, but you feel like you're not learning anything, it's like, well, then, the information, the knowledge, maybe the teacher, maybe myself, right? Or maybe you need a paid class or something. There's all that stuff out there. So, everyone's on a different journey. I'm 7 years into my journey. Somebody might be 7 days into their journey, just starting out. Okay. So that's why I always tell people the one word no one likes to hear, but what everyone needs to do, probably even myself, is to take action. It's not even just study. I always tell people study and research and work and learn, but then you have to take the action of doing something. So taking action to learn, taking action to research for 5 minutes, taking action to look up what is a trend line. What is that? What is that? It's all over Google. There's like 500,000 articles on it, right? That's why sometimes I don't really feel like I have to make something. It's just, it already exists. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. So, or like, what is a trend line? You can start to see even Bitcoin. We're starting to get into this giant type of almost ascending triangle. It's like a rising wedge type of thing, right? If we don't break out of here, it's probably going to crash back down a little bit. Okay, finally we get a question. I see this. Okay, so this particular person on YouTube and TradingView is asking. Okay, so if you haven't heard the news, TradingView is shutting down live streams today. It's going to be gone. The page is going to be gone from tomorrow. All live streams are deleted in 1 month from now, May 1st. But TradingView, everyone is going to make video ideas. So it's just going to be offline videos. There's no more people watching like in live. It's just not live anymore. I'm going to be almost the same format. So keep an eye out for my video ideas and YouTube ideas, uploads, and the chart ideas on TradingView, still the main source. Your question is, what is my opinion about trading bots? Do I have a signal channel? So first, do I have any paid subscription channel right now? Unfortunately, answer is no, not right now. Maybe in the future, but don't quote me on that. It's to make a proper one, it takes a long time, like years. So don't wait up for that signal channel or trading alerts or anything like that from me. But I'm continuing to make video ideas and I'm continuing to make chart ideas every week or every month. Now, what is my opinion about trading bots or automated trading or algorithmic trading? My opinion on that is you need to make sure the strategy is profitable or else you will lose money. Automated, anything automation, anything automatic, you need to know that strategy and it's advanced. If you're a beginner, I would say no, don't do that because you need to know the strategy and what it is first. You need to know that on whatever time frame you're using, it has a greater than 60-70% chance of being profitable before you even put money into that automated trading bot. And if they won't tell you, then don't do it because why? If they were profitable, they should tell you. Does that make sense? Also, somebody asked me many months ago about funded trading. That's different because I know my answer on that day wasn't that great, but I thought about it for a while. Funded trading is actually okay. It's good. Funded, especially if the group has a training program or if they have some educational materials or they let you paper trade for like a month first. But if you're a total beginner, I still don't think funded trading is the best. I think that's best for like intermediate advanced. If you're a beginner, I would say just learn. So classes, courses, free classes, courses, books, TradingView, YouTube, Google, your local library in your country probably has something for free. If you don't want to spend any money, probably go to the library. That's what I did in the beginning. And I read not just trading books, but there's not that many technical analysis books at the library, at least like normal ones. But I read a lot of business books at the library or like psychology, sociology, history. Just reading those things. You'll find a lot of like Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger at the library, and that I highly recommend that. Benjamin Graham, The Intelligent Investor, that's the best book on investing like ever made. Benjamin Graham was Warren Buffett's mentor. So yes, just to close this off, a common question I get a lot of times is, if you're a beginner, where do you start? And do I have a course? So at this time, no, I do not have a course. In my lifetime, I plan to make one. It's just I need the correct time in the market where it's not super active, hot like it was in the past 2 years. Okay, so sometime in my lifetime, I will probably try to make a class. I don't know if I'm gonna make signals or trade alerts, but I'm probably gonna make a class or like something like that. It's been on my bucket list for like a couple years now, but the market's been so insane. If you look at this, instead of doing a class, I'm going to trade the market because I'm still a trader and a investor, right? And then I ended up making 1,000%, 10x, right? So that's why, and I did on this stream. I revealed so many strategies on this stream. If you understand basic technical analysis, like a lot. So don't feel bad. I've been giving free strategies away for 2.5 years. So to answer the beginner person's question is, where do you start? Is learn about candlesticks first. It's not even about crypto. You could go to stocks and just zoom in and start to learn. If you're not the type to learn books and stuff and read, just come here, technicals, patterns, all the chart patterns and all candlestick patterns. Just stick that on your chart. But it's better to just learn. If you Google the pictures, candlestick patterns, there's like 500 free resources. Okay? It's not hard to find it. What is this saying? BE, it's probably bullish engulfing and then bearish engulfing. What is D, doji? It doesn't find them all, so it's very basic. Hammer, candle. Is there a shooting star somewhere? Oh, it's not finding any shooting stars. But maybe because it's stock market. Let me see Bitcoin if it finds anything better. Not really. So it's not perfect. Really not perfect. There's a hammer down here, which is significant. So still, the automated ones, I would just say, just look on Google Images. And then I just gave the secret strategy about 30 minutes ago about trend, uptrend, downtrend, sideways consolidation. And it's just a matter of how good can you get at it. I'm good at it now because I did it for 7 years straight. So of course, if you do anything for 7 years straight, you're probably going to get good at it or better than other people. So that's why paper trading, if you're a beginner, do not risk your money in the market until you know what you're doing and you understand risk management and money management and chart patterns and strategy and things like that, indicators and tools. If you're just a beginner starting out, just paper trade first. If you cannot wake up or you cannot trade in the daytime, like depending on your country or something like that, then bar replay, which is just rewind it at nighttime. And I say it so many times on stream and nobody seems to do it, but it's the trading tool for you. TradingView created it for you. Now you can buy and sell. When I started, you could not do that. So they made it just for you to improve and for me. And then in your free time, like what I do is if there's ever a new tool or something, if there's ever a new tool, I just open it up. There's that new volume candles tool, right? Or let's see, there's like even a new one. Something about volume. Just saw the news about that. It's probably at the bottom. Right here, volume delta or volume candles. Might be up here. Here we go. Volume candles in beta. Let's see if this thing works. So basically, what is it? It's saying the volume of the... No, wait, this isn't right. This is not right. Actually, let's just read about it here. What's new? Volume candles. You can visually check the volume of trades for each candle. With this new chart type, you'll see candlesticks. But the width of each candle is based on the trading volume during the candle's formation period. So the width, okay, so the left and right size. So the greater the trading volume during the formation period, the wider the candle. Okay, so it's just a visual for premium or, okay, so then I see what they're trying to do here. So then basically the fatter the candle, in layman's terms, the more volume. It's kind of hard to see, but you can sort of see it here. It's very subtle, right? This green one right here is fatter than this one. It just visually looks different. It's bigger, right? So I don't know. It's good. Honestly, not for me though, because I don't know. My mind just doesn't work like that. Maybe I'll use it. I'll put a star on it. But see, I just like regular candles. It might help on a weekly though. Let's experiment with that because this is like me doing this in real time volume candles. Maybe on a weekly this might help me. Yeah, it does help. It does help because on certain points of selling, you can see this fat red one, this fat red one here, and this fat red one here. This big one red. I shouldn't say fat. It's a large, wide red one here. Okay. And going sideways like that. So it does have some use. All right. We got a comment. I've been following you for 1.5 years. Oh, you have? Wow. Thank you so much for watching all my videos and learning from me. I will continue making videos. It's just not live streams because TradingView's live stream shutting down. All right, so things are winding down now. And again, this is the final live stream on TradingView. It's going to turn into offline video ideas and YouTube uploads. So just like think of it as like regular YouTube and regular TradingView as video ideas and chart ideas. And then if I have ideas, I'll post them on X social media platform. I might open up another social media platform. We'll see. And but I want to be 100% transparent and clear. At this time, no classes, no courses, no subscription, no alerts, no newsletter, no subscriptions are being developed for NoFOMO charts at this time. Okay, so not at this time. In the future, maybe. And if I do start developing any of those, I'll tell you. But I'm telling you right now, so you don't wait around or get your hopes, just setting your expectations now. All I'm doing right now is video ideas and chart ideas on TradingView and YouTube. That's all I'm doing right now. And I give a lot of free strategies in this live stream alone. So if you master what I taught you in this live stream, you should be a little bit more profitable than you were before. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. And so again, this is the last live stream. And next week, it's just going to be basically notification only uploads. So you're going to have to hopefully be following and subscribed to my channel and TradingView. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that whenever I make a new video or post, you'll know right away. You'll get that notification. TradingView as well. Follow me on TradingView, and in your feed on the right side, you should see the ideas pop out, right? New ideas stream. Okay, in the following tab right here, right? I only follow like a couple people, right? This is interesting. Peter Brandt, very famous technical analyst. He believes Solana's on the verge of doubling, which is definitely true because this could be a cup and handle pattern. And so that's why. If it doesn't break out, this is me, so I shouldn't comment on his idea. Right, he's looking at Sol F like this. Yeah, I could see that. It's right at the resistance point like that. Okay, retraced from a significant bottom. However, if it doesn't break out above 6 cents on this Sol Ethereum right here, then it's probably going to pull back down. That's the only thing I'm hesitating about because it went 600%. That's where I took my profit right now. So if Solana Ethereum does not break out, if it happens to pull back, then I'm going to probably buy back at the 2.5 area, 618 or 50%. But if it does break out, I might open up a new position because high, low, like that. So that's how you get influenced by other people's ideas if you follow them. So go ahead and follow me on TradingView and Twitter X as well. All right, that's going to do it for the live streams. Again, thank you so much for watching, following, and supporting all these years. Thank you so much to TradingView for allowing streamers to live stream on the TradingView streams platform. I did it for almost 2.5 years. I learned a lot, and I hope my viewers learned a lot as well. Hope they were profitable as well. And just want to say, remember everyone, risk management, and just remember this, risk management and profit targets, right? So you're always managing your risk in every single trade and investment that you do. Happy trading and best wishes to you in your financial journey. Thank you so much and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.